Welcome to Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. In this part, what I want to do is start work on building my railway. But first that, a little bit of an update. If you watched the previous videos, you'll be aware I built a closed factory here. And what I've actually done is knocked it down because I was getting a real problem here with sport. And sport really seems to knock down your happiness here with the people. And people start to leave these buildings. You can't actually build them up very well. So what I've actually done is built a sports ground up here, and the idea of this block that I've replaced this with is to effectively keep the sport going, keep the shops going, and I've had a few power fluctuations, so I just want to check that that's okay. And the other thing I also want to do in this part is, you can see I've got loads of professors and not many students, so what I'm going to do is kick off this chemistry research now, because it takes quite a long time to do this research, and as I say, I've got loads of professors here and staff, so things are looking pretty good up here. I just want to come up and check my coal mine as well, because again I've had a real problem here keeping the populations up, and again I think it's down to sport. You can still see there's still 16 citizens there. I think the other big difference is I had a slight problem with the bus lines coming down here. They were coming to here when they were too far away from the hospital and the cinema. So what I did is corrected the bus lines to now come to this one here and this one here. So hopefully that will improve the happiness on here. And I think this is something you need to be very much aware about, guys. It's very easy to come in here and say, oh look, they're all happy, no problems. But you need to look at these other ones as well, like the sport and the culture and medication and food. So these all work together. So if you could have maximum happiness, but if some reason sport's low or food is low, that means you're still going to lose population. So it's something you've got to be very much aware of when you're actually building things. Over here, what I've done also is change this. So this is now exclusively a wood. It's got a little bit of steel and other products in here in case I want to build, because I'm still building this flat here. Now, I did have a problem with my prefab factory here that I couldn't get any employees in. So what I've done is I've built this little brick flats here. It's only got, I think, 43 people max, but their sole purpose is to feed this factory to keep the prefabs going. And what I've done is I've set up 3 trucks here to deliver the 3 resources I need to keep my construction going. And of course, what we're going to do now is purchase. No, I don't want that. I want to purchase some trucks. 84,000, that's a lot of money. 24,000. What I want to do is maybe have a little bit of a race, so we're going to do that here. And what I've been doing is building these flats up. What I want to do is, I've got a flat here which I need to add, and I want one flat to keep everybody happy, and then maybe we'll hook you to here. Because if we're going to build a rail line here, where did that come from? Don't remember building that. We're going to need workers to come into here, because the speed of laying the track, one thing I do know for certain, is related to the number of workers. So we do need to get this up and running. I can't remember. Yeah, I think what we're going to do is add you to here, add that there. We're really going to need to get as many workers down here as possible. Probably do actually. Can I pull some people over? Yeah, I mean, you've got. So let's bring a few people down to here. Just bring 2 lots down, because this has to be the focus. So we're going to have a quick look in on the train here. And the reason I've chosen 2 of these is because I'm going to be quite interested to see how fast these work. And what I'm going to do in the short term is I'm just going to leave this on auto. I'm just going to push it out to the maximum and just give you guys an idea of what the maximum looks like. You can see, I mean, the coverage is absolutely phenomenal. But of course, just because they can get there doesn't necessarily mean that it's the most efficient way to do things. The other thing I've also been thinking about, guys, is maybe laying a road out this way. Just a gravel road, and it's not going to go across there, is it? Great. don't really want to cross this track. We can get a road across like that. What I want to do is just let the road follow the track. I mean, I've got road construction crews here as well, so maybe we can just get them on the job, a gravel road. And the reason I want to put a road here is because what I may want to do is road exports as well. So, gonna watch these guys build up. I'm very curious to see whether they can build up here and this section here. But just have to see. I'm going to go back to playing on high speed, guys. Now I'm going to stay on slow speed for this recording. I must admit, I've developed the habit of playing on high speed. The downside of playing on high speed is that when things go wrong, they go wrong very quickly. So if you're not careful, I'm going to do this here. How many people have we got in here now? We've only got 18 workers, so it's probably not enough. But I do need to have workers here, keep everybody happy. The other thing I've also built is a vehicle depot here. And what I could probably do with is buy a bulldozer, an excavator, because what I want to do is start laying this track out this way. We go there, just make sure it's not on auto purchase. What I'd like to do is just go straight out over. Just see if we can plan this. And where's the? We need to come over this way a little bit. There's a little bit of path there. Because I don't want to. Right. Okay. Going to bring the track over like that, or accept that. And the question is, do I pay for the, or do I just build a? And let's come back the other way. Maybe just come here like that. It might be just cheaper to pay for the flattening here. And that will come through there. Take that off. I bought it. Oh well, never mind. I mean, to be honest, probably the purchase price on here is 19,000. So what? But I do want to experiment with this. Now the road starts here, so maybe I should have built a road. I build this close to the track. Maybe we can take advantage of the leveling of the track. Get this done. Obviously there's a little bit of an issue here. We'll just put it in little short sections there. That's going to give me a problem when the construction crews get out here, but we're going to have a road link out here. And the reason I want the road link is if I want to do, say, an ad hoc export rather than an expensive one, or I like using a train. So these guys are trying. I mean, they're making fairly good progress, but what I really need is 50 workers in here to really speed the process up. And the trucks are busy, which is good. So we've now got this link here. I think if we can get this link set up and start exporting prefabs, it would be really, really good. Let's just have a quick check it. My economy, what did I do last month? Lost 74,000, but that's because I bought kit. What am I? Yes, the problem is what I've had concerns about is the steel we're bringing in to build the railway. So that's the reason why I just need to keep an eye on this total here. I think I've got a food surplus, so maybe I can get this area up and running. Just have a quick check. Yeah, we've got 142 tons in here. So let me just find. This is this new tool that was introduced with the latest update. You come in here. So, I've still got to find the truck. I'm here. Where are you? Oh, no, that's not the one I want. That's the truck that's coming over to here. The truck I want is down here. I just really wish you could name the buildings. So still having to look for the truck. We'll just follow this one for the moment and see where he's going. It says Milgrad Small Shopping Centre. No, it's not the one. That's the one up here. Actually, I want you to wait until unloading because no one else is delivering here. Then you can just sit there for a little while. I've got to find the other truck. This is probably the one, yep. What we're going to do is add you on there. And then you can start exporting a little bit of food, which will make me some cash. So while that's running, I just want to have a check here. Make sure we've got 27 workers here. And I've got a feeling what I've done is I've built too many blocks of flats. I think that's part of the problem here. Because what seems to happen is that if you start to get overpopulation, see where it says here, adults still living with their parents. The moment I've got no adults still living with their parents, and I think that's down to the fact that because I've got this area here, these areas are still growing up and the blocks aren't filling up. So I think probably in a future Let's Play, which there will be one, I'm going to be a bit more optimized in the layout of my buildings, because I think the way to really get this game min-maxed is to have completely specialized areas. But there's part of me that says, yeah, I like it, but I don't like it. I'd rather have this, which is more natural looking, rather than min-maxed areas here. So we've built some track out as far as here for the moment. And I suppose I'm probably running... No. Why have you got a little red block there? Come. Here we come. Here they come. I mean, hopefully they move quick along the track. I mean, the reason I'm so fascinated with this, guys, this is the first time I've ever built track. I mean, I haven't done much with railways in this game at all. And what I've tended to lay is just short tracks, which I've bought. And everything in the past has been electric. So once we actually get a line built and up and running the diesel trains is going to be an interesting experience as well. Wow. This guy's got his work cut out, hasn't he? He's got a really long road here. And while all that's going on, there's another bit of an update here. What I've done is I've changed this track, which was electrification, and I've laid the track through here. I've created a track through here so that I can run down this way. And I've also brought this down to the fuel unloading zone here. I think what we can do is maybe start laying out an oil factory. Now the oil refinery doesn't have any factory connections because it's all pipes. And what I'm thinking, guys, is I want plenty of space here for tanks. maybe the inputs are coming from the left and going out on the right. So what I'm thinking is we'll have that there, and then we're going to have some storage tanks that need to go this way. And we're going to need one for I can't remember what manufacturing fuel, and one for what's it call it, bitumen. So that's going to come up that way, and the roads come across there. So we get I certainly want these connected up to a road. I think we can bring the road. There's the flat there, isn't it? Maybe we'll just bring the road through there. Now I'm not going to put the pipes in here, because one thing you've got to do is when the tanks are built, you need to make sure that these tanks actually are have the correct elements in it. So I'll connect that up after I've done. When, to be honest, if necessary, I'll move this. I mean, we could test it to make sure this has to come up. Nope. And what we have to do is, I think what we can do is lift the pipe over like that. Oh, great. I don't know if that will. That's not a problem. I'll just demolish it. This is one of the beauties of planning things. In fact, what I'm going to do is push this rail track a little bit back so it's a bit more space here. I'll push that back a little bit, and so what we need is, this is going to be a loading bay. Yeah, so if we push this back, say, to about here, and then just put the tracks back in. Like that. And what we should be able to do now is, well, just get rid of that bit of pipe there. And we're just going to hook that up and cross the road like that, and then drop it down. You can connect there. Be able to do the same on this side across the road, and that can connect up to that pipe there. And just check the pipes again. Let's just get back to the track situation. Oh, the trains are doing okay, but they haven't come up here, so I may have to build these links myself. We've got this area here. And I really need more people in here. How are these guys going? I mean, we're losing a little bit of money because this is so expensive. And this guy's doing really well. I think I'm just going to carry on working on this area for the moment. I think we're going to, what I would like is, we're going to need some buildings in here, take advantage of this to drive we go for asphalt roads, because we'll have to build all this in over time. So what we're going to do is probably have a road down like that, take a road off like that, connect to there. I'll bring another road out this way. I've actually worked on this and leveled this off a little bit. Do road and go into like that for construction. What I'm thinking is that we have a couple of, put it, probably that should keep me in range of the school and everything. So we have a couple of flats here. Take off the auto get. Citizens always seems to like coming back on again. Another flat there. Let me just check the range. And this is a reasonable measuring tool. I think that's about the limit I can get to for this, because the school's 244, 239, so we can't really get anything else here, but these will be within walking distance of the factory. And of course the other thing I can do is, is that there's a good chance that these will be able to come into here as well, especially once I put some footpaths in. So I have some control there. What I want to do now is we're going to have to plan out what we'd call the proper oil town here. And what we're going to do is we're going to have, and what I really want to do this time is get a lot more specialization in. So I think we can get an office flats there, maybe there. Flats there. Maybe another one just here. Just gonna hopefully check the roads. It's not going to work, is it? Sorry about this. Just pop this out again. We do need to get this as efficient as possible, because the oil refining is going to make us a lot of money, but at the same time it will, how many things is this? This is 189, so it's 173. We can this maybe get this a bit further north like that. I don't know why I say north, because it's not really north. This rotation tool can be a little bit irritating. I think what we will do is put the road in first, like that. And I don't think we need to connect up every single building. And what we'll do is, and that's actually going to connect that time for me. And we'll get you as close as you can get. If we can I think we can get one more block on the end there. And what we'll do is we'll take that road out and bring the road down here like that. Just connect these roads up. You can't connect, we've got two connections there. I'm going to accept that. And let's just check the range again. It's 194, 206. So we could probably get another, maybe slightly smaller flats in here. Again, I don't want to pinch off the ability to put in footpaths. We can maybe put in one there, and maybe just at a pinch another one there. And just to put you down here. Put you across like that. You in like that. You in like that. You in like that. So that should give me more than enough workers to drive this area, because you think, say, rough estimate here, 200, 400, 600, 800, 1,000, 1,200. And this needs about 500 employees, if I remember correctly. Just have a quick check. Doesn't tell you here. Yeah, it needs maximum 500 workers. With the workers flowing in from there, should be okay. How are you doing? You guys are not. I boost this 46,000. I don't like the idea of being below 300,000. I mean, if I was impatient, I could get there, but these guys are doing okay, pushing out this way. Anyway, let's carry on building this area up. And of course, the next thing we're going to need is education. And what we're going to do is drop the education here in this corner. We need education, a bus depot. Well, let's get the school in first. If we can. What I'd like is the school on this side. We'll just squeeze. And in theory, the school should be accessible to all these buildings. And then we're gonna keep on doing this. Sorry about that. And don't think we need a big bus station here. And what we're going to do is drop a bus station like that. We've now got school, kindergarten here, bus station in the centre. The bus station is going to be quite important because what we're going to need to do is expand this down this way, like this. And next thing I would like is, what I'm thinking is to have a commercial area here, because then we can expand this way and this way. So if you imagine we're creating a cross of residences. So what else can we put in here? Hospital. I suppose I could put a hospital. I want to leave some spaces for some sport as well. And this is, we're going to be too far away from these flats anyway, so there's no point obsessing too much because we're going to have to provide a bus service down to here. If I put a hospital somewhere around here, like that, and can we get a cinema in alongside it? Just a little bit, a smidge too small. Okay, take that out. And what we're going to do is curve the road out a little bit like that. Make it a tiny bit wider. Hopefully, cinema. Yeah, get a cinema in here. And then we'll drop a road across the center. Like, oh great. Yeah, we've got a road across the center like that. You can connect up to there. And this time here, keep on doing this. This time we'll put a large bus station in this corner. Actually, let's see if we can get, that's the small one, get a big shopping centre in here. Part of me says do that. We put in something like that here for the shopping centre, and then and what we'll do is right behind it we'll put and then that means this will connect up to here. I'm just going to get rid of that because I've just realised I need to put something else in. Now, to be honest, I'm not becoming and the more I play this game and the more I think that pubs aren't particularly that important, but we are going to put a pub in here. It's the backup, so that gives us the cinema, the pub, I mean, we're going to need a fire station. Maybe, no, I knew I left this space here for some reason. Yeah, fire station in here. I'm just going to hook that up. Fire station is going to be very important. So we've now hooked up. So we've got anything else we're going to need. Fire station, pollution monitoring. I'm not too sure what actually pollution monitoring does. I'm going to be curious to build one of those later on. We've got a hospital. They can't. And these things are really big. And again, just to show you guys. Oh, that's 100. I think the television station needs 120. Maybe we'll come down here, build off this way a bit or this way a bit. We'll put a radio station in. Now we've got these workers here. So what we're going to need to do now is encase this with a road. Up there, about here. Not going to be elegant, but then I live in the UK. Yeah, our cities tend to be a little bit irregular due to historical reasons, and so we don't have the regular crossroad block structure of many other more modern cities. I mean, where I live, the road system is very much following the track of the local farmer in the medieval days who happened to wander across the road taking the easiest thing, and the road still tends to follow that path. And I mean, some of you guys may think, well, that's incredible, but it's actually true. It's what actually seems to happen in this country. More blocks down here, probably not really big blocks, although I could. My inclination now is to go for maybe 2 big blocks down here, whose job it's going to be is to, how big's that? That's quite neat actually. I mean, we could put some sport in there actually. I think maybe we're a couple of these across the bottom like this, and the job of these will be to how can you say, provide the workers for this area here. I mean, I haven't calculated it. I know there are people who've done it, but it's not really my nature to do spreadsheets and stuff like this. Maybe we'll just put a third one there, and that will give us this area here. So this is the first layout of Oil Town. So things are going okay. We just keep an eye on the money. We better do a little bit of a spot check across here just to see. Yeah, my coal is dropping a little bit. That normally means that my productivity up here is dropping. You're 106, you're 83, you're 104, so I could really do with getting some more population up to here. And what I've been doing is hooking population out of here. Oh, that's interesting. The research for chemistry is finished, but I didn't get a notification. So in theory now, if we come to here, we should now be able to build a chemical plant now. Wow. And actually, let's expand this area down here a bit. Oops, not. Yeah. Actually, just check the food levels. Yeah, we've got 155 tons of food at the moment. Let's just check the economy. So we're up to. So what did we do last month? We're not exporting food. I thought I'd change that to. Okay. I thought I'd set this guy. Probably not unloading. He's unloading. Wow, we've got a bit of a traffic jam here. What's the betting? Yeah. Bit of a fail there on my part, guys. Something you've got to be careful of when you're doing this is that when you flip these trucks around, it seems to assume when you add a new one you're going to load. So yeah, so I've been wasting my time sending that truck over there. He's just been turning up, doing nothing and dropping off. Let's just check here. Okay. what was I doing? Yep, sorry, got a bit distracted here. We've got a few people here, so what we're going to do is relocate a couple of people up to here. I mean, they should all be happy. Yeah. So back down to here. Sorry, I'm flashing across the map, guys. We've got Oil Town laid out here. And how big's the chemical? That's actually not that big, actually. So we could get another area coming out here. And we could get a chemical plant running here, connected up to the factory. Of course, the important thing is that once we got the oil of this built, we need to get down here. And for any of you guys who missed some of my other, and for any of you guys who've missed any of my other videos on this, this is the one oil field down here, and we need to get this oil field up and running. He's nearly finished this road. This guy's working on epic proportions at the moment. Now I'm going to be quite interested now just to see. I'm just going to speed this up, guys, because I'm aware how long the video's gone on for. But what I would like to do is see how these guys decide where they're going to go now. So we're going to go back to high speed. So tempted. Okay. We're just going to fund this, guys. Yeah. And you've only got one job. Why aren't you connected? No footpaths. Great. Okay. We're going to do this quick. I want these guys. There's no connection to this building. Come on. It's right on the doorstep. It's just put this up like that. Now I'm spending money I shouldn't be spending, but this is irritating me, and I want this built as quickly as possible. It's got to have a connection now. Your sole purpose is to keep this as close to maximum as possible. And how are you going? Yeah, well, you've only got one job here, so what we're going to do is get these guys actually and give you. You can start to build this. Wow. Road out to here, and what I can do is just hook these up, because last thing I want is these things burning down in a fire. Wow, these guys are certainly picked up, so they're actually going that way. Can I actually tell these guys to build? No. So these can only go that way. So if I wanted them to build this, I'd have to come there. So we'll probably have to purchase that. And I'd guess we'll have exactly the same problem here. I think when they get to here, I'm going to put these guys on me telling them what they want to build. Because I don't want them building this path here. I want them to build into here. And up into here first. Why are you? Okay, you've got a little road construction sign there. Let's get this road. Well, that was pretty reasonable. And now this lot don't have a road crew. I don't think. These are more for creating buildings. Actually, what I could do, you don't have a job at the moment. I want another office block here. I don't think so. You can't get access to any of these buildings, so you don't have a role or a job at the moment. It's just Yeah, we're back up to nearly 950 tons over here. Sorry, something just flashed into my head here, guys. Got loads of wood here. Yeah, I've been looking at this block. Let me just do a test. Nope, want that power. I suppose if I built this, the problem with this is that they won't be really in range of anything good. Actually, what's that? Got a new combine harvester. Let's just have a quick check at that. I don't have the money though. I'll buy a new vehicle. That's the old one. That's 26 tons, 2200, 6 tons. Yeah, I can't really see the point of that. What I actually did do is I upgraded these tractors. This tractor here is a bit more efficient. You see here, this is 3 tons, 15 kilometers now. This is 34 kilometers an hour over 15. So this guy's a lot more efficient. In fact, I think what I'm going to do is get rid of you. Then we'll sell you for a bit of cash and replace you with one of those. That means these guys get out and become a little bit bigger, a bit more efficient. Eventually I want to get another farm out this way somehow. Right, let's just go through. Okay, how come you guys have got no jobs? Are you finished down here? Okay. Right, let's just... I can get him to build this link here actually. Can I? I'm just going to zap that. So I'm getting a bit impatient, guys. I do really want to... I think this is both for success. And what I can do now is assign this to here. This road crew. I mean, they're a long way away, but these are my building specialists. So they should be able to come down here and help. And just need to keep an eye on here, make sure everyone's happy. 2 citizens. We've got some sport here, but not that much. So we have to keep an eye on that. But generally everyone's happy because they can catch the bus up to here to get to the hospital. And of course, eventually once this is built up, they have an option to come down here. I'll put a link in from the bus station here down to here so that they will have an extra bit and pieces. I think this is the model that you need. The things like schools and kindergarten, sport, they've got to be able to walk to, where hospitals, cinemas and all that, they're quite happy to travel. And probably more importantly, they really need to be able to walk to work. Actually, it's going to... I thought I'd signed this job, but never mind. And then we'll just build this out here as well. Okay. Well, that's going to be a little bit of a long road as well. It'd be nice to get that built. Now so we're just going to push through here. Guys are doing pretty well actually. They're being kept well stocked with stuff here. What's the... I mean, so I've got to keep an eye on these because these are liable to get upset. So I might have to move some more volunteers in it. You could say this is my gulag for this map because these people have got absolutely no access to nothing. So they're not very happy. But once if they all leave, then I'll just send some more people to the gulag to keep this going. I mean, I know it's not that. Actually, I suppose if this is going to be too far away from this, isn't it? I think this will work because I don't need that many employees. I need 5 there, 5 there. I think this is in range of here, so he can get staff from there. I'll just have a quick check. Now, I think what we're going to do is just demolish this And maybe we can put, actually what I will do, and just stick that road back a little bit. And what we can do here is we'll just put a, if I can get a sports complex in here, go that way. And assign that to this crew. The connection does not exist, okay. We got some, so we'll just add these as well. And then that can build up, and having another sports complex here should keep everybody happy. Right, what I'm going to do now, guys, is just to see where these go now, whether they're going to come here or go down this way. I'm just curious, guys, and then that's where I will wind the video up. It's actually detected. So here, that one's going that way. Oh, he actually deconstructed. He's come back on the wrong tracks. Okay. But an issue here. What I have to do is a crossover. Yeah. I think what we'll do, I've got them. I'm just going to build these because I'm going to have to start putting signals out, I suppose. So we're just going to have to give this crossover here. And so I don't really want to put signals out on this line, because once this slot's been built, then this line should effectively become redundant, except for construction vehicles and trains. What I want to do is just let these guys run up and down various bits and pieces for the moment, see where he's going. And if he goes off in this direction, it'll be okay anyway. But for some reason, these trains have managed to get onto the same track. Interesting. I'm just going to wait for this guy to come out one more time, and then that's where I'm going to wind the video up. So it seems that we're going to need to work on signals. So this is where I'm going to leave it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it interesting. And until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.